Phil was in his room sobbing because Roulette is so adorbs when Dan burst in the room. "Phil, I have an idea," he said. "What is it, Dan-chan?" "Let's GP get frosty chocolate milkshakes." Okay, so they went. They spent so long drinking milkshakes that it was now night time. It was snowing and they walked, and suddenly Dan got attacked because Dan is a weak rat. Dan, he was nowhere in sight. Phil didn't care and went home. Later. Phil was on his last box of cereal when here was a loud crash. He screamed. "Fuck!" came from the other room. "Who's there?" It was Dan. "Dan. How do you?" "No time to explain. I have to watch SNK, my favorite anime of all time. Levi is so hot." Dan left Phil confused in the kitchen. When Phil followed Dan, he suddenly said, "Phil, we need to talk." "Of course, Dan. What do you need?" Phil. "I am a vampire." It's like that Falling in Reverse song, except I'm actually a vampire. No, thought Phil. This was all wrong. Phi though, as G stared in horror at the Sagor chocolate brown hazel-haired brunette-haired boy. "Dan, get away from me, you're a monster." But Dan quickly grabbed Phil's sexy shoulder and his teeth penetrated the raven-haired boy's skin. To be continued.